Hey guys, I'm Jason from SoCal Rep. I'm going to show you guys a chain lube / shine and go sales pitch that I learned from Bobby at Motul. He's the Western US guy, so I'm sure all you guys will meet him eventually, but I thought it was really good, and I've showed it to a few people and they really love it. So anyway, this is what it is. So you're going to want road chain lube, and what you do is you take the cap of the road chain lube and just spray a little bit on there. And it's going to run a little. It's going to be kind of a mess, but that's part of the idea. So as you do this, then you're going to talk to the customer, and essentially you've got to kill a little bit of time because this needs to tack up. So you're going to spray it first, then you're going to tell them all about the chain lube line and what the different ones are. So the conversation goes something like, this is road chain lube. It's the stickiest, and it comes out clear. If you get off-road, it's slightly less sticky, and it comes out white. And if you get the factory line, it's the least sticky, and it comes out yellow. So that's how you know the difference between them all. Obviously, the road can be as sticky as the maximum level of sticky, because it's not going to, you're not really worried about picking up as much road grime and dirt from a dirt road or anything. You're going to be on pavement. It's going to stay somewhat clean. Off-road needs to be a little less sticky so the dirt doesn't cling quite as bad, and factory line is the least sticky because you're trying to have the least amount of parasitic drag on the chain. It's for guys that are racing, and it's really thin, so it's also for guys that are going to maintain their chain really well. So an average guy riding on the street really doesn't need or shouldn't have any. The factory line is not for them. One little thing that Bobby shared with me is that one of the Salt Flats land speed racing teams uses the factory line, and according to them, the drag on it at the speeds they're doing, 200 some miles an hour, they actually picked up a couple mile per hour, and they're attributing part of it to that chain lube. So that gives you an idea what that factory line stuff's really made for. It's not really about keeping a chain maintained long term. It's about being a good lubricant and lasting a very short run. Just one session on a road race track or a land speed run or whatever that people are doing. So then, as you see, it comes out clear and it goes on really thin, and then it takes a few minutes, but it starts to tack up. And when you do this, you'll see that your fingerprint starts to get left in the chain lube. This still isn't tacky, so you're gonna kind of talk and chit chat with these guys a little bit to give this time to set up. But as you talk, you're just trying to test it and see how close it is. You can talk about availability, you can talk about other products, you can BS whatever you need to do, but you pretty much just have to wait about 2 or 3 minutes, and as it starts to tack up, then you can get into the rest of it. So as you're talking about this and giving it time to set up a little bit, another thing that you might mention is that this is the reason that these shops need to teach their customers that you don't just spray chain lube on immediately and then go ride, because it's not tacked up, and that means that's why it's going to fling, it's going to get over the side of the bike, all over your leg, whatever, because you really should be, we all know this, but a lot of guys really suck at it, myself included. You should really be cleaning your chain at the end of a ride and lubing it and letting it sit, or at least a day before. But worst case, at least put the bike up on a stand or go a quick run around the block to heat the chain up, and then lube it well, and then wipe off the excess, and then let it sit for at least 10 to 15 minutes, if not more. Like 30 minutes to an hour would be ideal. So by this point, you've rambled on enough that then as this gets a little bit stickier, it starts to stick to your finger, right? That's really the goal you're trying to get to, is to show them how sticky it is. Okay. Then once they see that, you can pass it to them. They can touch it and feel it and whatever. Then you grab your Shine and Go. Don't use your sticky finger. That's a bad idea. And just give it a quick blast. Grab a cloth. Give it a wipe. And it doesn't take much. And that comes out real clean. So then you can show them, they can feel it, it's perfectly clean, and then that shows real easily how good this Shine and Go stuff is, especially on like a dull plastic, because that's where this stuff shines, whereas the wash and wax, if you put it on dull plastic, it'll make it shiny because it's got the wax product. So use the Shine and Go, and then once you clean it off, you can hand it to them, they can feel it, they can see how good it is, and they get to smell it. All of that combined ends up being a pretty good demo, and most of the guys that I've talked to just in the past week that I've done this for, they really liked it, and then I can usually get them to, if they don't already have chain lube, why don't you try a case just to see, or why don't you try a case of the chain lube and the Shine and Go, and you get a little bit of an add-on sale there. So hope that helps, and good luck.